Hey there everybody, this is Missy Whidden and I am here with my very first video for Bella Boulevard. I am one of two video contributors for the 2016-2017 design team, and I'm very excited and thrilled to be on the team this year. And this is my first video, and I will be creating a video every other month, doing a process video for a scrapbook layout using lots of the Bella Boulevard products. So the layout that I'm going to make today is basically made up of some of the Illustrated Faith products. This is mostly She Blooms and Whatever Is Lovely, and I'm going to be scrapbooking these two black and white pictures of my daughter just looking cute one day. And I've cut this floral design from the Silhouette software store or the Silhouette cut files store, and it's just a rose. And I've pulled out some papers here, and this is one of my favorite techniques, is backing cut files with pattern paper. So I wanted to utilize all of these bright gorgeous colors in this She Blooms and Whatever Is Lovely collections, and so I'm going to take some time here and just back all of these little open spots on these flowers with different papers. And I try to get different colors and different patterns, so it's just going to look like a very colorful flower at the end. And I don't show this entire process because it did take some time, but it's very therapeutic for me to do this because it doesn't require a lot of thinking, I guess. You just cut and glue, and it just reminds me of doing arts and crafts when I was a little girl. And once you have the finished product done, it looks really neat. And you could do this with any colors, you know, in any type of cut file that you have that has open spots. So I'm going to keep working on that, and I have both of them finished, and I love how that turns out. The colors in Bella products are so pretty, and especially this collection, they are so bright, and I think that looks really pretty. I've pulled out a sheet of glimmery orange, peachy colored cardstock to use as my background because there is some of that color in this collection, and I just think it's the prettiest color, and it's going to look really pretty as a backdrop to those flowers. So if you know me and you follow my work, you know I love to get messy, and you know that I love to use mixed media products. So I'm just going to take some white gesso here because I do want to do some watercolor on my background, and I've sped this up quite a bit just because I'm trying to get it blended into the cardstock. And this is the design that I want to have. I want to have my pictures beside each other with the flowers kind of coming out from the sides of the pictures. And I'm going to come in with pink. I don't need to use any of the orange sprays or mist or gelatos or anything because I've got plenty of orange in that background sheet. Now I use the gesso here to kind of give me a little bit of a white on that orange background, but also it's going to toughen up my cardstock a little bit to give some of this wet ink a place to go without it completely ripping through the cardstock. So it's kind of a primer if you've never used gesso, and you don't have to use gesso, but it does help. It helps the blending, and it helps your paper to stay strong. So I'm using the ever popular packaging technique here where you just spray the mist or the spray ink right onto the plastic and you flip it over and smudge it down, and it takes a lot of the guesswork out. It's a lot quicker than using a brush, I think. And you never know what shape you're going to get, and it's automatically going to look like this really pretty watercolor effect, and all you've done is smudge down some plastic. And you could do this as much or as little as you want. I like to do a little bit of it and then bring my pictures back and make sure you can see it, because there's nothing more discouraging than doing all of this mixed media work and then your pictures cover it up. So make sure you can see it from behind where your pictures and your embellishments are going to go. So I'm going to do the same process here with a little bit of blue spray, and I'm going to use my water brush just a little bit here to do an extra little bit of smudging. I always keep some plastic close by for this reason right here, because it's become one of my most favorite scrapbooking tools, and it's just the plastic that I take off of stickers or paper or something like that. So now I'm going to come in and do a little bit of splattering with some yellow. I wanted to try to incorporate all of those beautiful colors that are in the flowers. And a lot of it is going to be covered up, but my favorite effect is to have the watercolor look like it's coming out from behind the pictures. So it just looks like another embellishment, I guess you could say. This is another one of my favorite techniques, and that's adding thread. And thread is a pretty cheap and easy way to add little pops of color here and there. And I added some yellow there underneath the photos just to add a little bit of texture and a little bit of extra pop of yellow. And now what I'm going to do is add in a couple of pop dots. And I did the rest of it off camera, but I raised up my pictures and I raised up the flowers, and I think that gives it a really nice dimensional look. And the leaves I'm going to stick right onto the paper, so they're going to be flat. But I love the shadowing that the pop dots give. And I also added a little bit of tissue paper behind my pictures, and it just gives it a little subtle layering effect, and it gives a little bit more separation in between the two pictures and from the background. So this is one of the chipboard script words, and I love to jazz these up with color, and you can customize these whatever color you want. You can use paint, you can use gelatos like I'm doing here, you can use spray inks. The possibilities are endless, and I like to use my hand to just do some smudging. You know me, I don't mind getting my hands dirty at all. I think the messier you get, the better it is, right? Especially if you like mixed media. So I wanted this to be blue. I'm going to let that dry, and then I think this may be my most favorite paper of all time. It's so gorgeous. The colors, I can't even. They're just so pretty. I'm going to do a little bit of fussy cutting here, and I want to do a little bit of layering with that piece there. I love the yellow, the pink, that touch of blue, and that green leaf. All of my favorite colors are just represented right there in that little piece, and it just looks so cool coming off that orange background. I did another little fussy cutting with a red flower and another leaf, just to kind of give the bottom a little bit more of something coming off down there, and then that's going to contrast nicely with the blue chipboard love. And I love creating happy layouts with bright colors, and that's one thing I love about Bella is the colors are always so bright and cheerful and fun, and the possibilities are endless. And even though a lot of the products are very nice and neat, and I don't even know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but you can clearly do mixed media layouts with these products. When I see a lot of Bella products and layouts, I think of nice, neat, clean looks, and I love that look. I don't tend to do that very well. I know there are some other girls on our teams that create some absolutely stunning, clean and neat, very linear layouts, and I'm the complete opposite. I like to get messy and create my own backgrounds and just make a big old mess, and I think that that's the coolest thing, is you can take these same products and get two or more than two completely different effects. You know, you can go the nice, neat, clean route, or you can go the messy mixed media route with the same stuff, and you're still going to get a really neat look. So I used some of those tiny text alphas to create the rest of my title, Love This Cutie. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit more thread and a little bit more of the Illustrated Faith chipboard just to add another little flower. And then the final thing that I'm going to do is add in some enamel dots just for some scattered little bits of color. And then I do add some journaling after I turn the camera off, but I have some close-ups coming up. There's my final layout. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Make sure you check at the end of every month. You will see a video from design team member Becky Adams, and then you will see one from me the next month. So let me know if you have any questions or want to know about any of these products or any of the techniques that I did. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.